yeah. I dropped a bag of sugar drops a week or maybe 2 ago. I heard him take some tiny hops into the darkness down below. I didn't think to fish them out from underneath the velvet seat, but now I hear a tiny shout and something with a steady beat. Ay, yeah, the cherry red is on the drums. He's banging on a falling coin. The lemon yellow softly hums and asks the others there to join. They build a stage of cracker crumbs beneath the springs in heavy coils. The licorice black just sits and strums, escape from all their kitchen toils. The grape is playing lead guitar, a toothpick and a rubber band. He thinks he's quite a famous star, the finest picker in the land. They're personified and looking smart, with lint for hair and dusty shoes. They're pouring out their sugary heart and singing out the soulful blues. The orange one is on the keys, a row of teeth from an old comb. He's playing with a graceful ease inside their dark and hidden home. They don't miss the candy jar or sitting on the grocery shelf. They've traveled fast and traveled far to find a brand new jelly self. The blue raspberry sings the lead in a voice that's high and sweet. He's got the soul that music needs to make the harmony complete. He tells a tale of falling down between the cushions and the wall, the lost and lonely of the town who had a very sticky fall. A green bean plays the upright bass, an old pencil and some twine. He's got a smile upon his face and says he's feeling mighty fine. They've gathered up the stray pennies to buy some spotlights from the light. They're shaking all their little knees throughout the long and quiet night. The audience is made of dust and a button from a winter coat. They're singing cause they feel they must, with every high and sugary note. I sat down with a cup of tea and pressed my ear against the side to hear the tiny symphony that's found a place to run and hide. The cat is peering down the crack with a confused and hungry stare, but there ain't no turning back from all the music in the air. They've got a rhythm of their own, a sticky kind of country soul, the greatest band I've ever known. Inside a deep and fabric hole, where the dusty cushion crew. I heard the cherry drummer yell, we're coming out with something new, with a story that we have to tell. They sing about the vacuum moths and the terror of the sweeping broom. They don't obey the human laws inside the quiet living room. I thought about the cleaning day and the mop I meant to use, but I can't sweep the band away or give them all the sofa blues. I let them keep their wooden stage and their toothpick and the wire. They've reached a grand and musical age with the candy coated in a fire. The song is bouncing off the floor, I'm muffled in a happy sound. I don't need radio anymore, with the finest talent to be found. They're harmonizing on the hook about a life of sugar cane. It's better than a storybook and washes out the winter rain. The shadows dance up on the rug to the rhythm of the jelly beat. I give my lonely self a shrug and find a rhythm in my feet. Who knew that sugar and some fluff could turn into a touring act? Life is made of strange enough stuff, and that's a cold and solid fact. I dropped a popcorn kernel down to see if he would join the show. The newest member in the town, the with a white and fluffy head to grow. He's shaking like a tambourine against the licorice's boot. The strangest sight I've ever seen is a personified piece of fruit. So if you hear a tiny twang when you're sitting on the chair, it's just a dusty cushion gang and all the music in the air. Don't go looking for the broom or try to clear the sticky mess. Just let the music fill the room and relieve your heavy-hearted stress. The show goes on until the dawn, when the house is still and cold, before the morning light is gone and the stories are all truly told. The jelly beans are fast asleep, tucked away inside the fluff. They've got a promise they will keep. That music is always quiet enough. Yeah. yeah. I'm sitting on a cedar stump and watching through the tangled vines. I see a little grassy lump where the summer sun forever shines. Three boys are creeping through the brush with berry juice upon their chins. The woods are in a midday hush before the bellyache begins. The oldest reaches for a vine with clusters hanging dark and low. He thinks he found a treasure mine where the sweetest juices flow. He takes a bite and makes a face and spits it on the mossy ground. He's running all across the place, the sourest prize he's ever found. The middle boy, he finds a red and shiny little hanging fruit. A foolish thought is in his head while he's looking for some woodland loot. He puckers up his dusty lips and lets out a pathetic moan. He's taking just a few small sips of a flavor he should not have known. I shake my head and lean my back against the bark of ancient pine. They're following a dangerous track along the twisted leafy line. They're guessing what is good to eat by the color and the shiny skin. They're looking for a woodland tree, but they're in a mess they're truly in. Hey boys, I call across the glade. You're looking mighty green and pale. You're sitting in the cedar shade and looking rather thin and frail. If you had stayed inside the room where the chalkboard stands against the wall, you'd know which flowers start to bloom and which are meant to make you fall. But they had skipped the morning bell to run beneath the open sky. They got a funny tale to tell with a teardrop in a squinted eye. They thought the school was just a bore with all the books in science class. They'd rather explore the forest floor and roll among the summer grass. The teacher spoke of botany and how to tell the leaf apart, but they were looking for the free and wild beatings of the heart. Now they're wondering why the blue tastes just like a piece of chalk. They don't know what they ought to do except to sit and sadly talk. I walked on down to where they sat beside the hollowed fallen log. I tipped the brim of my old hat while they whimpered like a lonely dog. That yucky one is bitter gall. I told the boy with purple hands, it isn't good for you at all in these or any other lands. The science teacher had the chart of every plant that grows out here. He knew the secrets of the heart and how to chase away the fear. He knew which stems are safe to touch and which are meant for birds to prize. But you didn't think it mattered much beneath the vast and open sky. You know your math and how to read, but you missed the lesson on the vine. You didn't think that you would need to know the oak from mountain pine. Now your tongue is feeling thick and your tummy's doing heavy flips. You're feeling more than a little sick with the bitter juice upon your lips. The woods are like a giant book with pages made of green and gold, but you have to know just where to look to see the stories being told. You can't just grab at every branch and hope for something sweet and kind. You're living on a reckless ranch with a very uninstructed mind. The youngest looked up with a sigh and asked me for a drink of tea. I saw the hunger in his eye as he leaned against the willow tree. Go on back home to Mother Stove, I said with a little gentle grin, away from this here wild grove and the trouble that you're living in. Tomorrow when the bell begins to ring across the dusty road, I hope you wash your sticky chins and carry on your heavy load. Sit down in the front row seat and listen to what the teacher says about the things that are good to eat inside these wild and woody ways. Nature is a pretty sight, but she has a temper of her own. She can be a dark and lonely night if you wander in the great unknown. So keep your books and keep your pens and learn the way the forest grows. Beyond the fields and past the glens is where the smartest scholar goes. I watch them trudge on back to town with heavy feet and drooping heads. The sun was going slowly down above their warm and waiting beds. They'll remember every bitter bite and the way the science teacher spoke throughout the long and quiet night until the morning light has broke. I'll to creep. I'll listen to the evening breeze before I lay me down to sleep. The woods are fine for those who know the secrets of the leaf and root, but for the boys who skip and go, it's a very bitter kind of fruit.
Down in D.C., where the marble is white, we split up the power so we don't have a fight. The legislative branch, they're the ones in the hall, writing the laws for the good of us all. Three branches, balanced and true, checking each other in everything they do. Three branches, the power is shared, so the people's rights are always cared. Oh, 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 oh. The executive branch, the president's at the wheel, carrying out the laws and making them real. But if a law is wrong, or it isn't quite fair, the judicial branch is waiting right there. The Supreme Court judge, they listen and they see if the law is following the Constitution's decree. Hey, River Solo.
Steam in early days for travel and transport. Before we had roads, we used horses and wagons to carry our loads. Then a Frenchman named Cugnat, in a very early year, made a vehicle run on great puffs of hot cheer. It wasn't a car, it was powered by steam, the start of a movement, a marvelous dream. Then came the engines that burned gasoline, the first real auto the world had yet seen. Ford and assembly lines in 1886. In the land of the West, Carl Benz made the first car and put it to the test. It had 3 little wheels, it was loud and it shook, but it changed how we traveled in history's book. Then Henry Ford followed with a brilliant new plan. He made cars much faster for every poor man. With the assembly line, the speed was immense. The price of the Model T made perfect sense. Modern cars and new power, the years moved along, and the cars got more sleek, with headlights and windows to hear the tires squeak. They got safer and faster and filled up the street with windshield wipers to handle the sleet. Now we look to the future with a new energy source. We're plugging in cars to complete the new course. The electric car glides so quiet and clean, the fastest new vehicles the world's ever seen. On the road from steam-powered engines to batteries so grand, the history of autos is now close at hand. We drive down the highways and travel all day. The car keeps on moving and guiding the way. So buckle up tight and remember this rhyme. The journey of transport moves